Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Gregory Muscara here in Bozeman, Montana, and welcoming you to our Power of the Patch presentation. I've been with LifeWave about 7 years, but I've got over 30 years experience working with cutting edge health products, and you've never seen anything like this. If this is your first look at LifeWave and X39, you're in for a real treat. It's a patented breakthrough in wearable light technology, and we're just going to jump right into our presentation. I'd like to start out by laying a couple of foundational premises. I think we can all agree that health is our greatest wealth. And if you've ever been, on the verge of losing it or have a dear one that has, you know what I mean. And number two, let's just face it, the symptoms of aging and disease are just not fun. Whether it's, dental issues, brain fog, bone and joint, fine lines and wrinkles, or maybe it's even worse. Maybe it's, pulmonary, cardiovascular. Well, remember when you could work all day and party all night and get up the next day and do it again? Remember that old song, "Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end." Well, we thought they'd never end, but as you get older, that ability seems to diminish. And that's because the older you get, the faster you age and the slower you heal due to a natural decline in our body's number one repair system, stem cells. In fact, by age 30, they've decreased by approximately 50%. By age 60, only a small percentage remains. And, that's not very fun. That's why when a young lad falls down, skins his knee, 3 days later, the scab falls off. Grandma falls down, skins her knee, and skins her knee and she probably breaks her hip, and she's lucky if she ever recovers. Well, I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. I want to be younger. And I bet you many of you can relate to that. So let me ask you two personal questions. Number one, if you could change one thing in your health, or maybe in the health of someone you love and care for, what would that be? And number two, what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue have on you or their quality of life? And with that being said, I just want to give a general disclaimer that our products are not designed or intended to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. They do, however, get our body back in a healthier, more regenerative mode, and wonderful things then start to happen. So if I could show you a safe and affordable way to change the trajectory of your aging so you could look, feel, and live younger longer, would you be interested? And usually the resounding answer is yes. So the good news is the X39 wearable light technology is truly a historic breakthrough in holistic wellness. It's a patented, inexpensive wearable patch. It's affordable, it's safe, it's non-invasive, it's drug-free. It's a unique form of phototherapy which uses specific frequencies of light to increase and improve your health and wellness while supporting your body's innate ability to heal itself. So I'm just going to play a little short video to I just had a little screen pop up. Excuse me. I'm going to play a short video, kind of set the stage for this evening.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Well, let's talk about being the light with LifeWave. And let me just briefly explain how the technology works, the power of the patch. It's based on the science of photobiomodulation. I know that's kind of a mouthful, but LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. And when they're applied or near our body, they're activated by the infrared heat or the light emanating from our body. Then they begin to re-emit very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses within our body. This is the scientific basis of our LifeWave phototherapy patches. And this is our founder, a visionary CEO, David Schmidt. He's a brilliant scientist and researcher, but he's also a genius inventor with over 200 patents. Been on the leading edge of phototherapy research and science for 24 years and has already conducted over 90 clinical studies proving the efficacy of LifeWave phototherapy products, and many more are always in the works. And I got a very cool short video about David Schmidt I want to share with you.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
Wow. God bless David Schmidt. Truly a brilliant genius scientist committed to enhancing and extending human life. So the company started is LifeWave. It's a 20-year-old high-tech life science research and development company. Back in 2000, David actually created this life-enhancing technology under a contract with the U.S. government to be used by Navy SEALs to increase their battle-ready strength, stamina, and performance without the use of drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. It was so effective that in 2004, David started LifeWave to bring this amazing technology to the masses. In 2010, they set up international manufacturing and distribution in Ireland. We now distribute to over 80 countries from 16 global distribution centers. We have a new global headquarters in Draper, Utah, and within it, we have a state-of-the-art space-age welcome center designed by the set designers of Star Trek. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, you're definitely going to want to stop in there. Our focus for the last 15 years has been anti-aging and regenerative science. And in 2019, we released to the world market the LifeWave X39, some calling it the holy grail of health, healing, and regeneration. truly a historic and affordable breakthrough in wellness technology, doing what the multi-billion-dollar companies and big pharma have not been able to do. And that is, when used in conjunction with proper nutrition and hydration, you need some foundational raw materials. X39 has been proven to activate a very specific copper peptide that supports and enhances our stem cell activity, at the same time altering gene expression towards a younger or more vibrant you. And yes, we have patents. Yes, we have clinical studies. And yes, we have field results proving that X39 is actually turning back our biological clock, helping people to look, feel, and perform younger. And, and that to most people is very exciting, regardless of your age. So let me just quickly go through some of the benefits you might experience when you try X39. And the first is energy, and certainly energy is a currency of life, and using X39 daily leads to an increase in cellular energy, and you'll probably notice that from the very first day. And along with that, you'll probably have one of your best night sleeps ever, your first night after using X39, because it definitely increases the quality of your sleep. Another is sports performance. It not only increases sports performance, but it substantially reduces recovery after exercise. In fact, that's why if you look around, you're going to see more and more professional athletes in almost every sport wearing the X39 and wearing the LifeWave technology patches. If you see these auspicious little white things on their bodies, that's LifeWave. The media's begin to notice, and you might too. Another big one is pain relief. And most people notice a reduction in pain within minutes of the application. And truly, the pain relieving benefits of X39 need to be experienced to be believed. And how about brain function? And X39 has been clinically proven to enhance memory, focus, and cognitive function. And the results are cumulative. So the longer you use it, the smarter you might get. Hey, how about wound healing? X39 also helps support the natural wound healing process. And many report that wound healing from owies and minor or even major surgeries are cut in sometimes in half. Much more rapid recovery time in wound healing. And wrinkle reduction. Now, I'm sorry to say it's not as rapid as pain reduction. For wrinkle reduction, we encourage people take pictures if you have some of those fine lines and wrinkles or scars. In the next slide, I'm going to talk about scar reduction, but both of them are noticeable over an 8 to 12 week period. And I think you'll be delighted what you see in the change. And again, scar reduction is a phenomenon called remodeling, and X39 does help to reduce and sometimes eliminate the appearance of scars. And look at some of these results. I mean, these people are turning back their biological clock. I'm going to bring your attention to the guy over in the right-hand corner. Fell through his ceiling, broke 6 ribs, and punctured his lung. Doctor said he's going to be out of work for 6 weeks. Using the X39, he was back at work in 3 weeks. And look at that rapid reduction of inflammation, swelling, bruising. Totally amazing. The gal in the middle at the bottom, Karen, I'm going to show you an extended picture of her. Karen actually had some radiation treatment on her face. And on June 6th, on June 10th, you could see it wasn't looking too good. June 17th, June 23rd, she's getting better and better. But oh my gosh, I hope you're sitting down, because when you look what she looked like on June 30th, this is 24 days later, a little over 3 weeks, you can't even tell the procedure ever happened. So just amazing results with the X39. And how about hair growth? A lot of anecdotal reports of people getting healthier, faster growing hair. Some folks are actually getting their original hair color back. That didn't work for me, but I do have a healthy head of hair, that's for sure. So the bottom line is youth renewal. The result is a better, healthier, more vital you to enjoy time with your loved ones, with your family, with your kids, grandkids. Aging doesn't have to be the number of candles on your cake. Aging is a feeling, not a number. And X39 helps you look, feel, and perform younger. So I'm going to play a short video, just some testimonials what people are experiencing when they're using X39.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to Lifeway for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using Lifeway daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Right. The results are amazing. And it's not just what people are saying, it's what doctors are saying. And I'm proud to tell you, we have thousands of health practitioners around the world using our LifeWave wellness products with their patients, with their families, in their own body, and having amazing results. We actually have two of them on the line here with us tonight. We have Dr. Velvet and we have Dr. Tom Acklin. And I'm just going to pass it over to you two to just share some of the insights why you, as professional health practitioners, are so excited about it, and maybe why people ought to consider using the products.
Awesome. And thank you for that presentation. It was really good. And I get the honor of having to be able to be with Dr. Tom tonight, one of my buddies on another call that we do together. And he really intrigues me. You know, Dr. Tom is a medical doctor that specializes in neurology. So he is a neurologist, but something else very fascinating about him, and what I love as a metaphysician, is that he also visits my side of the equation of metaphysics. So he's got a well-rounded look at life, I would say. And, you know, he's not just a neurologist, he's a speaker, he's been a presenter. And I want to make sure I get this right, Dr. Tom, but a medical director with the Mind Body Medicine, or are you one of the executives there?
Oh, definitely not the director. No, I'm what's called a certified practitioner with Jim Gordon's group there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And I'm glad that you're here tonight. So I'm really excited to get to be with you tonight, because as a practitioner myself and working in the medical field, and I look at these patches, and they've already shared with us how they work. But as a neurologist, and I would say this from this medical perspective, that we tend to think of the signals coming from the brain. And as Gregory was sharing in his slides, we're receiving a signal in a whole different way through this technology. So can you share with the audience tonight and our listeners and the people who watch the recording, as a neurologist, we usually see communication through that neural network. Tell us how you feel about that communication. What do you see?
Sure thing, Dr. Velvet. Thanks so much. And you really intrigued me too. And I have a friend of mine who often will say, if the 20 years ago version of you could hear this guy talk, he would have you committed. So as practitioners, you know, we're educated into a certain paradigm. And this really it takes a little while to wrap your head around. For folks who have not heard of this before, energy medicine and frequency medicine really is, you kind of set the table, Velvet, for what we call a restorative systems biology, right? The default of any living organism is a regenerative capacity and regenerative biology. And all of a sudden, here's a human being, Homo sapiens, shows up in the modern 21st century, and all of a sudden we're not repairing the way we used to repair. We have a fantastic regenerative capacity. So we make 500 billion cells every 24 hours. We also let go of 500 billion of the hopefully unusable cells. And being able to optimize that and being in the flow of the ever-changing organism, we get to a place, Gregory brilliantly described what we call anti-aging. We might even go quantum leap that forward a little bit to reverse aging, because really that's more the case, which is now all of a sudden we have the capacity to handle the confrontations of the day, whether that be whatever inflammation it is or whatever immune challenge that is, or possibly, if you're at the top end of the scale, an athletic challenge, and come back to center. We have the capacity to come back to center and restore the body as it was before that challenge happened. That's very rare these days. We're used to hearing dynamics of what we call chronic illness, and chronic illness just means you couldn't handle it in the moment, and that's okay from time to time. Sometimes you got to put stuff on a credit card, and you have to bank the balance. But when that happens over and over and over and over, and all of a sudden we're poisoning ourselves, we're putting ourselves in a place where we don't give ourselves a rest, we don't give ourselves a recenter, and we don't give ourselves the restorative capacity, then all of a sudden we're on a downward track. That's become the norm. It's a pretty sad state in the past generation or two. And this is a very exciting time because David Schmidt has given us these technologies, and all of a sudden we do put ourselves back in the healing frequencies of life, where we are participating in the community of those various restorative frequencies.
That's really good. And you're talking about the regeneration, and as a nurse and as an x-ray tech, and I would have to say as an x-ray tech, I saw it more because I got to look inside of the body, right, of that degeneration. And there wasn't anything that we could really do. I mean, nothing that we really did repaired that degeneration. And what you're saying, tonight is that we now have the power to do that. We have the power to regenerate, and that is just music to my ears as an old healthcare professional, but also music to my ears as a holistic practitioner, because now those of us in whatever field we're in, right? Because you're in the medical field, but you're also in the holistic field. It brings such a wonderful balance to it all. Now, we talk a lot about hydration too. We used to talk about hydration a lot when somebody did come in with a degenerative disease and told them how much this was very important to stay hydrated. But you had a conversation with me, and we could probably just do it really quick tonight. I don't know, we might have to table it. But about that fluid system, about how the system is communicating with itself and on itself through proper hydration, through proper nutrition. And it has to do with an inner communication that we have as well. Would you like to speak on that?
I would love to speak on that, and I think we're going to end this broadcast at the bottom of the hour. I usually talk for about a half an hour when I do, because it's so exciting, but I'll try to keep it short.
I'm getting in trouble.
You mentioned holistic. Every practitioner used to be a holistic practitioner when you think about it.
Right.
And all of a sudden we went into specialization, and we siloed, and we specialized, and we separated ourselves from this idea that there is no such thing as being separate from all of the other systems in the body. And in neuroscience especially, they taught us that once a neuron is dead, it's dead. And that's just not the case. I wish I could take back all of the things that I said for so many years to patients about how they would degenerate, because we put these technologies on, and again, there's nothing in the patch. This is a wearable form of phototherapy, and David just brilliantly took what have been known now for generations. Very elegant forms of phototherapy have been characterized and now can manage the body. All of a sudden, we've got a wearable little patch. Put that on for 12 hours and take it off for 12 hours, and what that does is opens up the energy flow. So a lot of our clinical science, which I was incredibly impressed by when I first started vetting the company and looking into these technologies, were done on acupuncture points. And for folks who don't speak meridian system, that's an energy system which used to be thought of as a non-structural energy system in the body. In recent times, we've characterized that such that we now know it is actually a nanocollagen. It's a very small collagenous structure. So there's now a structure to those meridian systems. And when we're talking about opening up the energy flow in the body using these technologies, we're talking about activating the collagen and the various connective tissues in the body, one of which is the fascia web. So fascia, F-A-S-C-I-A, if folks don't know that, look it up. It used to be thought of as an irrelevant tissue. It wraps every organ in the body. It's part of the interstitial gel nature of the body, and it helps transport our water. In fact, it transports our water and the electrolytes and minerals that go along with the water, traditionally understood to be transported in the serum, faster than the vasculature and faster than the nervous system. So you and I have joked in the past, Velvet, about most of traditional neuroscience becoming irrelevant. And that's the fun part of fostering science, is that it's nice that we knew what we knew 100 years ago and 50 years ago. And there's a lot that these technologies are actually going to put to rest, because we're stepping into a place where people really can get in the driver's seat and they can be their own practitioner and find a way to step aside. So yes, it's important to drink water and stay hydrated. I'll just say one little thing, because there is an asterisk here. We hear a lot of good news when we put these technologies on. But the truth is, you put an X39 in your body, and all of a sudden your body's going to start telling the truth in a very profound way, in a very powerful way. And every once in a while, that's not a fun experience. If the body's been trying to say something for a long time, and there's an area that has been wanting to jump up and down and throw a tantrum and say, I need some metabolic help over here, then all of a sudden that can actually become an issue. So as you're using this, give it time. We like to say give it a month for every decade of life. And really, I'd say give it 6 to 12 months, and even longer is the fun game, because a year or two in, that's when the body has done enough metabolic foundational work where it can take care of the other structural things like scars disappearing and et cetera, et cetera. But give it time. Work very, very closely with the people that you're working with and stay in communication. And little by little, we change the underlying mechanisms. Because if the body wakes up, now that it's got the energy to speak the truth, the body wakes up and starts throwing a tantrum, then the question is, why is it throwing the tantrum? Maybe you poisoned it with something. Maybe you're breathing something that's a little toxic. Maybe you're in a space where you're being exposed to environmental pollutants and being slaughtered in ways. Unfortunately, we don't live in a pristine environment these days, and it's a complicated thing to navigate. So that's why it's important to, give it time, step gradually into a place where life gets better and habits get cleaner. And I'll just say, I was in probably the best shape of my life 5 years ago, and I really didn't expect to see very much. It was a very good friend who called me. Thank God it was her, or I would not have said yes. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And almost immediately my athletic work was bettered, and my sleep was bettered within the month. I started dreaming in a very interesting, fascinating way. And little by little, I'm noticing all kinds of things. Recovering from injuries is the fun part, because it's living an active life. You can't help every once in a while something's going to happen. But then all of a sudden, when you've got the capacity to come back and restore, and you're like, holy moly, I'm so glad I have full batteries that can do that.
Right. And your body is prepared for whatever does come, and you're not waiting for something to happen in order to take care of it. And I really love and appreciate what you said too about listening to the body, because as we do wear the patches, communication does become very important. We might get a signal of like, oh, here, put the patch over here, or put the patch over there, or drink more water. And that is us coming in tune and an alignment with this beautiful divine orchestra that's within our own system. So I appreciate you so much. You gave us so many golden nuggets tonight, and your story alone is amazing. And so we really appreciate you being here, and maybe next time we'll get to hear deeper about your experience that you had as well with your challenges with the patch, or the challenge you had in them with the patch. So I thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and look forward to the next time we get to be together.
Me
Oh
too.
gosh, I love you guys. That was
Love
wonderful.
you.
Oh, that was beautiful. Couldn't have said
And
it
I,
better
I
myself.
asked Velvet earlier to give herself a little bit of an extended preamble as the starting part for one of the questions, and she really didn't brag on herself very much. But this could easily be me interviewing her, and it feels a little strange, when we got quality healers who are asking questions of the other thing that looks like the expert over there on the other side of the table. No, no, no. This one is just as capable, and I can't wait to be for the roles to be reversed.
Next time we'll switch the roles.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
We're so blessed to have both of you, as health practitioners with us here in LifeWave. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I'll go back and share my screen, and I'm going to share with everybody what happened once we launched the X39 patch back in 2019, and our sales absolutely exploded. In fact, we've had over 3,000% growth since then. We've become the #1 growth company in network marketing. More importantly, we're a rising star in the $8 trillion longevity and wellness market. So LifeWave is certainly a company to watch, and we're attracting some really interesting talent. I'm going to drag this call out a few minutes longer because I want to show you a video that we recently did with William Shatner from Star Trek, who was actually applying for a job at LifeWave. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this with you.
I've lived a long life. I've done a lot of things, but I've never been an intern.
I'm the founder, sure, but I'm also an inventor. My latest experiment? Hire William Shatner. But as an intern. No way I can afford that guy full-time.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm going to be your trainer for today.
Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
William Shatner?
Yeah, well, you can call me Bill. Or intern. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's just fine. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our Welcome Center.
I hear they have something like a captain's bridge in the Welcome Center. Feels like you're traveling through space.
We have an award-winning production designer.
This I gotta see.
For decades, and hey, Bill!
Please, no sci-fi today. I'm just here as an intern, that's it. I just beamed in. Yeah, I know that look. I get that look whenever I sneak around, and you're sneaking. Go away. I'm busy. Jackpot. You didn't see a thing. Oh. People gotta see this.
Bill! Who let you in here?
He let me in here.
Bill? Captain?
Oh, you gotta get out here. The old intern who looks an awful lot like me, he's messing things up.
But wait, aren't you...
Yeah, it's a sci-fi thing. Come on.
Oh, excuse me. David, was that? Is that in budget?
you are. Come on. Back to the group.
People gotta see this.
I know. It's a part of the tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you ready for me? Doug. Bill? Doug. Bill. Doug.
Oh, Bill.
For goodness.
You know Doug?
Do I know Doug? Star Trek designer on props and sets and the spaceships and this?
Came out beautifully, huh?
Oh, Doug is...
Hey, Bill.
Oh.
One of your clones said you're causing trouble.
You're taking the word of a clone?
Personally, I always go with the original.
That's a good idea.
I have a question. Are you really going to be an intern here?
Yeah. Why not? But first, I gotta tell you about the Welcome Center here at the LifeWave offices.
Okay, this is a commercial.
No,
Got it.
No. It's a kinda soft sell. No, just a simple suggestion, really. You absolutely have to get back to the person who shared this video with you. I had a great time exploring the LifeWave Welcome Center, experiencing their amazing life-changing technology, and learning about the opportunities surrounding one of the fastest-growing companies on the planet. And you will too. So check them out, and just tell them Bill sent you. The real Bill, not that sci-fi clone.
Bill, we're waiting.
Oh. Okay. Hey, duty calls. Back to interning. Bye-bye.
Oh boy, that is so well done. And that's just a taste of who LifeWave is. And I'm going to talk briefly about the business side of it. There is a business opportunity. It's a great plan B in our gig economy. We need help getting the word out on our patented exclusive products. We have no competition, but we need help. We have a very simple duplicatable success system. We have free websites, free training and support, have a very low cost of entry, and the satisfaction of being rewarded for making a difference in people's lives and health. We have a very powerful compensation plan that actually generously pays out 50% of all sales to brand partners. Instead of paying it out to Wall Street or Madison Avenue, it pays it out to people just like you and I. So there are 3 ways to get started. The first way is just become a retail customer. You can buy a month's supply of X39 for only $149.95. That's like a latte a day to turn back the hands of time. Now, a better way of getting started, because a friend told me friends don't let friends buy at retail. You can buy at wholesale. You can become a preferred customer. You can save $50 or 33% off our wholesale price. All it requires, you get on our monthly auto ship subscription program, but there's no long-term commitment. You can stop and quit at any time. Chances are, though, once you start experiencing the benefits of X39, you're not going to want to stop. But it all comes with a 90-day risk-free money-back guarantee. Now, the best way, the way my wife Robin and I got involved, is as a brand partner. And we get paid for sharing. And you can earn a part-time or a full-time income. You can earn generous personal and team rewards, getting paid weekly. We have 4 brand partner starter kits available that I'm going to briefly show you. And this all comes with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. So these are our 4 starter kits. And I'd encourage you to get back with the person that invited you and choose the one that's best for you. And with that being said, I have one last little short video that's kind of put a ribbon around this here tonight.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
So, for my wife Robin and I, LifeWave has been an absolute answer to a prayer. Every day we hear miracle stories. We've had many of our own. Every day we're enhancing and changing lives. And we and thousands of others all around the world are enjoying the blessings of health, vitality, lifestyle, community, and financial freedom. So the bottom line, get back with the person that invited you here today. Get your questions answered. Choose the X39 Wholesale Starter Kit that's right for you and get started today. So thanks very much for being with us, and we wish you the best in all that life and LifeWave has to offer. Good night.